Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Operatory podcast. I'm super excited doing our very first podcast via Zoom with Allison Lacoursiere from Clear Coaching. Also does the Get Clearly Visible workshop. Welcome to the podcast, Allison. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, you've been on the podcast before, but you're always doing such cool things, bringing such a sort of unique perspective to dentistry. And one of the things that I really wanted to touch base with you on the podcast today, based on a prior conversation we had, and we kind of both stopped and said we should probably do this on the podcast because I am not a social media master. I am kind of we automate our social media, so I'm not on there a whole bunch, but you are convincing me about why Instagram is such an important platform for dentists to be on. And so I'll kind of open the question sort of broadly. Why Instagram for dentists?
Yeah, and I love answering this question, and I feel very passionate about this. And I have a million answers, but the first and the most important, I would say, is that the audience, the largest cohort of consumers and employees and people that are going to be directly in charge of purchasing and choosing their dentist is coming into the marketplace, and they live on Instagram, and those are your millennials. And so millennials love Instagram because they look at your page as if it's a digital resume. They stalk you. They look at your team. They look at how authentic you are. They look at see what you support, what charities you support. And so Instagram gives you the opportunity to show up authentically on a very visual platform, and it's the platform that all of the millennials live on. Millennials don't live on Facebook anymore. And so 75% of businesses in the United States have Instagram platforms. And now when I go to a conference or when I meet somebody, I don't ask them for their business card. I ask them for their Instagram handle, because immediately I get more information from seeing that than from their website or from a business card. And so if you want to market to the millennials, which you're going to need to, you need to get on Instagram.
Well, you said so much millennial speak there that I think you might have glossed over to other people who aren't like sort of into the millennial speak. And so I want to break it down a little bit. You know, first of all, Instagram right away, millennial. Then you mentioned charity, which is very much a sort of, I think, obviously, hopefully, we're all giving to charity, but I think the millennials have more of a focus generationally, particularly younger, in charity. And then you also said something else, which was, I mean, it was really about like it's self-expression almost, right? And individual uniqueness. And I think that all of those things, except for maybe the charity piece, don't necessarily go along with the average dental practice marketing, right? So could you, so how, and sort of being authentic was another one. Like that's where the uniqueness came in, the authenticity. You know, I think that typically speaking, when dentists are marketing, they're not thinking, how can I project my most unique self out to the world? And they're also probably not even thinking even of charity as a way to drive new patients. So I mean that's like, so I don't even understand how you would be authentically you and charitable on Instagram. So how would you recommend people do that?
Yeah, and so I know I did mention a lot of like millennial things, so sorry about that.
Well, it's old man Laskin here, so yeah.
Okay, so basically, like Instagram is a visual platform, and so we express like everything that we do through photos or through videos now. Videos are becoming very, very popular for like the younger generations to consume content, and so we can create like appealing images and videos to educate the people, our audience that we're trying to connect to us.
So
And so
you're not talking about like beautiful gold crowns and well carved amalgams here, right? So what type of images are you talking about?
before and after photos.
Oh, okay.
Patients love before and after photos. People love to see before and after photos. They love to see smile transformations. And they love to see like, hey, that is something that I could have. And so as dental practice owners, dentists, dental managers, everyone in the dental field, we spend so much time trying to educate our patients and get them to listen to us And then Instagram comes along, and it's this platform that allows us to be like, hey guys, look what I can do. Old, ugly amalgam, brand new composite. Is this you? Do you have one of these? And somebody's like, actually, I do have this like brown thing in the top of my mouth. Maybe I should get it fixed. And so it's a way for us to educate our patients in a very like authentic way. And when I say like authenticity, I talk about like a lot of times telling practices to like showcase their team, showcase their fun, showcase like behind the scenes, who they are as a practice, what would make a patient want to come to you. And what this does is that when a patient sees your Instagram, they see who you are, they make a decision to go to you, you've already increased their ability to know, like, and trust you. So when they come to your practice, they're like, actually know that person because they were like highlighted on the Instagram and they were doing a boomerang video. A boomerang video is like one of those things that goes back and forth like simultaneously if you don't know.
Yeah, I have millennials who work for me, so
Oh,
I
okay.
did know that. Yes. Thank you though. I appreciate that as because otherwise I would not have known. Um, so my guess is if there's dentists who are of my generation listening, they're like, basically how the hell am I going to get this done? Because I am not one who is typically out there posting on social media. I know a lot of dentists that don't even have like a Facebook page. So how would you recommend that people get started with Instagram? And is it better left as maybe somebody on your team, or is this a group effort?
So what I always say is that I think as a dentist, as a practice owner, you need to understand it because you can dump a lot of money and a lot of time and energy into somebody else doing it, but it's not providing the results that you want or like the engagement or the visual appearance that you as a business owner would want to represent for your brand and for your practice. And so I would say one of the most important things is to understand the platform. It's not going away. And if you have no motivation to do it, like it's a way for you to connect with your family, with your younger family, to see what's happening with your younger family and to market and grow your business. And so just learn the platform first. And then there's strategies that you can put in place to make it less time consuming, more clear on what the strategy would be, and then you can delegate. So I say that like the dentist or practice owner needs to have about 20% of the job for the Instagram or for the social media to give that like authentic clarity about what the content is being put out. And over time, you can let it go a little bit more. I know some practices that their millennial just runs the show. And I know some practices where the dentists write all of the copy and all of the captions, and then their team just creates the creative side and posts it. So there's a huge variability in how much the dentist needs to do. But the first step is really like understand the platform.
Yeah, and we've talked a little bit about another friend of mine, Lou Abramowski, who does Evergreen, where he talks about some myths, which is with social media in general, and that I think people overemphasize the quality need and de-emphasize the quantity. Just frequently posting even the same material is really important. Is that something that you agree with?
100%. And now, like, I encourage people to go live, to make videos that are unedited because people, millennials, younger people want to see authenticity. They want to see you just be yourself. Curated perfect videos don't make people interested anymore. And so it makes it easier actually because you don't have to have this perfectly curated images and videos to share your message or to drive a point or to create like quality content that engages people.
So do you think that is it better for dentists and dental team members to be talking about dentistry all of the time, or should they do talk about a Netflix show, or when you talk about authenticity, or is that kind of up to the actual office itself?
Yeah, that's a great question. And so in my workshops that I teach, I tell dentists, practice owners, managers to pick 5 topics. What are the 5 things that make you as a practice owner, as a person unique that need to be kind of rotated through in the content strategy consistently? And so like it might be technology, family, team, before and after dentistry, Invisalign, clear aligners, like whatever it is that are like the 5 topics that make you unique and make you somebody that like your target audience would want to go to. Always cycle through those 5 topics with your content strategy.
It's a great suggestion. Yeah, I think that's fantastic. And so is it, because pretty much, at least my meager understanding of social media, that a lot of this, you can do it on Instagram, you can do it on Facebook, you can do it on pretty much most social media platforms. Uh, Obviously, they sort of started off as having an individual sort of unique, like Twitter's got their short form text, Instagram more visual. Um, so is the real power of Instagram in the audience that's there?
Yeah, absolutely. There's like 1 billion users and 500 million of them use them every day. And Instagram helps people make buying decisions. And so you have these groups of people that you can specifically target based on like who you're trying to pull in and like what you're trying to say, like what message you want.
So did you say that 50% of Instagram users use it every single day?
500 million users use it every single
That
day.
that amazes me and makes a little part of me cry. But it's good, I guess, and particularly for dentists and dental teams. I mean, that's just huge engagement. So if I would, I think I would definitely recommend Allison's course, to get clearly visible workshop. I mean, where can people go to find more about your workshop so that they can get? I mean, I I consider myself a tech geek, right? I'm in technology, and I'm a Instagram newbie. So where can I go to get more information?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go to my Instagram actually, and there's a link in the bio.
I should have known. I don't even know, what is your Instagram handle?
My Instagram is your clear aligner coach.
Your clear aligner coach.
Yes.
Awesome. I tell people how to get to it on Instagram, but I haven't been through your course yet, so I'll figure it out. Thank you very much for being on the podcast, Allison.
Yeah. Thank you so much.